we go from Seattle.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Jackson. Escaping the pressure right.
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
This up only to about the 33. They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going to try and throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. Dancing to his left. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. The sack will push him back only a couple yards, but certainly not what they were hoping for on 1st and goal. On 2nd and goal, Jackson. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson.
That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st down, Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Runs over it. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Wilson going to throw for it. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play that time through the air. 65 yards. A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late, and that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. 2nd and 10.
Double count right here, double count.
Now Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they work this out past the 25.
Well, they were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
Now Wilson on first down. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
14. Hey, check Mike 21, check Mike 21. I got one.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They go back to Carson here on second.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up first and goal.
Yeah, some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Now it's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Gerald Everett there to make the grab.
And the Seahawks go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Rolling to his right.
And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge win for your team, because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. That is caught with Sean Bateman.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Jackson on first down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. To throw is Jackson. Now he's flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27.
Come on now, let's go.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field, where we rejoin Brandon Gott.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gott. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. They can't hang with us.
Throwing is Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down.
Wilson.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. From midfield now, here's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
They still can't get it.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now it's Jackson. And it's caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third and goal, Jackson escaping the pressure right. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the pass is going to be incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Wilson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the ball. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. It's a big play there for Seattle. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
They go play action with Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! Will Disley, a 2-yard touchdown grab. Well, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. Out to his left. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision.
It's caught inside the 25. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, an 80-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
Wilson wants to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Wilson to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of Lockett.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now Wilson.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Throwing now is Wilson. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players. But most of the time, you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. You have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
Steps away to his left. And this is going to be held in by the tight end, Andrews. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. One last shot for Jackson. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. Well, at least at the very end, there's something.